It's true, I did the deed. I canceled my Sega Genesis Mini. The guy who's been touting this thing since it's been announced is the same guy that said, you know what? Before it even comes out, I don't really need this thing. And honestly, coming to the decision of canceling the pre-order wasn't as hard as I first thought it would be, despite the intro that I gave you there. This is one of those things that I just came to realize I don't need it in my life. And maybe there are some people out there that do, but this video is more for the people that are in my situation that feel this fake social pressure that they need to keep up with every single game console that comes out, every single mini, every single collectible, every single thing related to video games that we've dealt with our entire lives, all coming to this moment right now, and maybe full circle realizing that this is not necessary. Now, I'm not saying the Sega Genesis Mini is bad or that some people won't like it. I'm sure it's going to bring a lot of joy to a ton of people out there. This is one of those things that will allow people to relive their classics and introduce their kids into an old generation of games that didn't exist before. But the reason why I canceled my Sega Genesis Mini order is pretty simple when you get down to it, and that is I already have all of these games to be able to play on multiple different consoles. I'm talking from the Wii Virtual Console, the Wii U Virtual Console, my PC with all the ROMs on it, and most importantly, the number one reason why I canceled my Sega Genesis Mini is sitting right next to me. This bad boy right here cost me with Gamers Club Unlocked at Best Buy $23 plus tax for over 50 retro Sega favorites. Over 50. Now, does this collection include those couple exclusive games to the Sega Genesis Mini? No, it doesn't, but it has everything I could possibly fill my time with and then some to be able to even bother getting around to those ROMs that will be available in plentiful locations elsewhere. Yes, it's probably illegal piracy, but am I actually going to get around to playing them? Probably not. But there are so many games that I'm having trouble keeping up with what's coming out with now, never mind games that came out 20, 30 years ago unreleased in America. It sounds like it's a fantastic option for those that are interested, but this situation that Sega created by making this game, I just came to realize that it's throwing money into the fire. $80 for a Sega Genesis Classic. Is it going to be cool? Probably. Am I going to actually play it? No. And this is what I talked about in my video when I said I have this conundrum about all these games when I was in Massachusetts, and all these people made response videos about it with all the games we have and not enough time to play them, and all these companies keep banking on nostalgia and reselling these games over and over and over again to us. You gotta come to a point where you just say, enough. I have all these games. I don't care how they get re-released in the future. I don't care what you do to try to sell these different things and special packages with these tiny unreleased games that people might be interested in. No! What I care about is playing the games that I have in a convenient way. I'd rather have these games on the go on the Switch than have to stick an HDMI system into my TV and sit there and play it. And hell, if I do want to play Sega Genesis games, guess what? I can go ahead and hook up my Genesis to play those games. But you know what I haven't done in a very long time? That. Because I haven't had the inclination to want to. There are so many better ways to play these games, like this cartridge on the Nintendo Switch, officially released by Sega in a very good fashion, able to play the games and have this whole entertainment room set up in them. It's an amazing thing that Sega did. But by releasing this, they kind of shot themselves in the foot, because there's no need to buy the Sega Genesis Mini. I get to play all these games on the go on my Switch. I don't need to spend the money, $80 plus tax, just to be able to play these games. Never mind if I wanted to get the import versions of the Mega Drive, just to be able to play a few different ones, or jailbreak it illegally anyway and pirate the games. It's just, there's so many things wrong with this. That's why I canceled my Sega Genesis Mini. Are people hyped about it? Yes. Should they be? Sure, if they want to be. I'm not saying everyone should cancel their Sega Genesis Mini. All I'm saying is, It's just not for me right now, and I don't want other people getting caught up in the hype of these companies reselling nostalgia. How many times are we going to fall for this? And I'm one of them. I'm not blaming you. Don't think that this is pointing a finger at you, even though that's exactly what I'm doing right now and I'm waving it. But what I've made videos on, how excited I was about this thing. I saw RGT85 showing it off in the flesh today in his video. Sega sent him one early and I'm just like, I don't really need that. Like, it looks cool, and I'm sure it's awesome, but I'm never gonna play it. It would literally just be to collect dust in my closet. I already have like 30 consoles doing that. I don't need another one. I am taking a stand here and now and saying, no more! Not doing this. Unless it goes on clearance or something. Because then, yeah, I'll probably pick it up, because I can't stop myself completely. I'm a human, alright? I'm not a madman. Don't let this video fool you. These days it's kind of hard to tell the difference. But in this situation, Sega Genesis Mini, good stuff. Do I need it? No. Do you need it? Probably not. Oh, I feel like I'm losing my mind right now. I don't know what to even do. I know, like I said, in my video that I made talking about having all these retro games, just being real with you guys, I have, look right in front of me here. Hold on a second. I have a PlayStation Classic. That's another one. Atari Flashback 5, that's another one. I mean, I'm not going to go through all these here, but I have so many mini consoles. I have so many video games, and chances are, if you want to buy the Sega Genesis Mini and you're a hardcore fanatic about it, you probably have a lot of video games as well and won't get around to playing this as much as you think you will. What the Sega Genesis Mini is perfect for are those people that haven't played the Sega Genesis in like 30 or 40 years, don't have the ROMs on their PC, don't have this, don't have a Nintendo Switch, don't have different ways to play them, and they pick it up on a whim saying, hey, I remember I used to love Sega Genesis games. Let me pick this up and play it. And great! But those already existed, and yeah, it wasn't very good emulation, but that's the problem. That's what we're coming full circle in. I know that it's a great emulation with M2 making these games on the ROMs, remaking them so that they emulate perfectly with crisp sound and good graphics. Awesome! But I already am able to play these games with good emulation already, and like I said, I can play it on my original Genesis if I want to. So, maybe this is just a rant. Maybe it's a warning. I don't know what this video is. All I know is I canceled my Sega Genesis Mini. I don't feel bad about it. And I'm sure there are going to be people out there that hate on me for this. But hey, just being real with you because it's all I know how to be. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, you stay smashing. Smash.